Hi and welcome to the Mum Boss Method. I am Chrissy, I am the Mum Boss, and thank you for joining me for another episode. I'm going to be really honest. I haven't scripted this. I haven't even got bullet points or anything. It is Tuesday the 4th of March. I normally record my podcast on a Sunday. But for reasons that will become clear very shortly, you'll understand why I'm recording this today. And that's part of the reason I haven't scripted it, because this is quite personal to me and I wanted to share it with you because I think it's really important. Today, I am going to be talking about why it is so important to show up for yourself, even when it feels like the world is throwing all of the stones and the curveballs and everything else at you, and why that's so important and how I've done it over the last few days. Now, I'm really open. I've shared all of this I've shared it on social media, I've shared it with my clients. I have nothing to hide with this. I think it's really important that we share the good stuff as well as the bad stuff. I think that's really important. I think far too much of social media and things like that are just a highlight reel of everyone's life. You don't see the good, the bad and the ugly. So on Sunday, it was my son Charlie's birthday, and he wanted to get all of the family together to spend some quality time together and have a meal out at a restaurant near us. And so that's what we did. We had lunch out, everyone was having a nice time, and we came home. I think we got back home to my house at about 5. I put my pajamas straight on because why not? And just kind of lazing around on the sofa. I think I was dozing a little bit actually. My dad and my stepmom were staying at our house as well. And then just after 6 o'clock, I get a phone call from my mum, or I think it's my mum, on my phone, and I answer it and I can hear crying and screaming in the background. And a woman says, "Hello, my name is, and I'm with your mum. She's had an accident on the A5, which is a road just next to my village. It's like the main road that my village is on. Can you come?" And she described to me where she is, and she says, I need you not to panic. She's okay, but I need you to come. And she's saying, I need you not to panic, while I can hear my mum screaming in the background. So I literally jumped up, put my big coat on and said to my husband, you need to drive down the road. And we drove down the road, and I get out of the car, and, our village is on a busy A road. It's a 50-mile-an-hour road, and my mum's car is in the middle of the road with another car had crashed into her driver's door. The airbags have all deployed. I can see my mum's trapped in the car, and I can hear my mum screaming. And so I literally ran across the road, ran round to the passenger side and stuck my head in, and the lady that had called me was sitting there holding my mum's hand, and my mum's crying, and I said, I'm here, it's okay. And my mum's just got a rescue dog, a little French bulldog, is in the back. So I get the dog out, I check. I sound like I'm really calm when I'm telling this. I was not calm. I was really crying. There's a couple kind of trying to slow the traffic down because we're on this busy A road. It's, just after 6 on a Sunday night. They're trying to slow the traffic down. I said, is there an ambulance coming? Are the police coming? And they said, yeah, we've called. The ambulance could be up to an hour. The police are on their way. Anyway, it was horrible. 3 fire engines turned up. My mum had to be cut from her car. All of the doors, the boot, the roof were all taken off of my mum's car because she was trapped where her door had caved in. And yeah, so I was standing on the side of the road for almost 2 hours. It took them over an hour to get her out. And then me and my brother got in the ambulance with her to hospital. She's still in hospital this morning. What is it, Tuesday? Hopefully she's coming out in the next couple of days. Thankfully, she was really, really lucky. And she had, she's got a slight bit of internal bleeding that isn't anything to worry about, they don't think. Lots and lots of bruising, but at the moment she's really feeling very awful from all of the pain medication that she's on. So until they can get that under control and she's not being sick, she won't come home. So it's important that you know that story, because I didn't get home until after 1 a.m. on Monday morning. Obviously I missed a good chunk of Charlie's birthday. I was exhausted. I didn't really sleep very much on Sunday night because, you don't. Honestly, seeing your mum being cut out of a car is horrific, and I'm so grateful for the emergency services. I did joke with my mum that there are much easier ways of getting the attention of 20 odd firemen, but that's the way she decided to do it. So you have to keep the humour, don't you? Why am I telling you all of this? So as I said, I shared this on my social media because I think it's really important, and something that I think is in my nature to do, and I'm sure is in a lot of your, if you're listening, it could well be in your nature to do as well, is when things don't go right in life, which things don't always go right in life, that's life, our instinct is to curl up and not take care of ourselves. And that could look like a whole list of things. It could look like, not eating properly or not eating at all, or using alcohol to kind of deal with the feelings that you're feeling. It can look like not, washing, not getting dressed, not getting out for fresh air, not exercising, not trying to protect, your downtime and things like that. And the last time we went through something really stressful, that is the only thing I can think is similar, and it was obviously much worse, was when Tom's dad passed away 2 years ago. And I talked about it then a bit, but probably not as much. But in times like this, it is so important to continue to show up for yourself. And this is how I started sharing this on my social media on Monday morning, was talking about how, the last thing I wanted to do yesterday morning was take the dog out for a walk. I just wanted to get in my car and go straight to the hospital. I didn't want to eat the breakfast that I'd made myself. I just wanted to get in the car and go to the hospital. And, Charlie got bought one of these giant dairy milks for his birthday. And, I did not want my chicken salad and sweet potato that I'd made myself for lunch. I wanted to just sit there and eat my way through the dairy milk. And this has got nothing to do with fat loss. This has got nothing to do with what I look like in the mirror. This has got nothing to do with the shoot that I've got coming up in May, which I will talk about on another podcast. This has got everything to do with, if I am not looking after myself, how the hell can I look after the people that need me? And let's remember, the people that need me are not just my mum. My son saw his mum literally run out of the door, and the next thing, my dad's come back with my mum's dog that is clinging onto Charlie because it's so petrified. And he's not slept because he sat up waiting for me to get home from the hospital because he was worried about his nan. And he didn't go to school yesterday because he was so exhausted. So I need to show up for him. I need to show up for, my husband worked from home yesterday, but he still had work to do. It's not his mum. He still had work to do. I need to show up for him because he showed up for me on on Sunday night standing on the side of the road for 2 hours while they cut my mum out of the car, coming and picking me and my brother up from the hospital in the middle of the night and taking my brother home and then getting me home and making sure I'm okay. You know, I need to show up for, you know, my brother and my sister-in-law and their son, and like I say, and my mum, and you know, I didn't work yesterday, and I'm so grateful for all of the messages from my lovely clients and my friends and the people that I know on social media who have sent me gorgeous messages. But I need, you know, I need to get back to work and show up for my clients. So this isn't just about, or this isn't anything to do with looking in the mirror or a number on the scales. This is about when life gets tough, you know, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And that is so, so true. And you might be listening to this and thinking, oh, Chrissy, your problems are nothing compared to mine. And that might well be true. That might well be true. Like I said, the last time we went through anything like this was 2 years ago when Tom's dad passed away. And thankfully, my mum, you know, didn't walk away from that accident. She got carried away from that accident, but she will be fine. I don't think she'll ever drive again, but she will be fine. Shaken up, but fine. But this is about how to, you know, it's not even about how to keep on track. It's not, I'm doing the bunny quotes, like bunny ears, on track. This isn't about being on track. This is about understanding that the basic acts, the basic behaviors, the basic habits that I talk to you about all of the time, that are there to keep you healthy. Ignore the calorie deficit if you've got a weight loss goal. Ignore the calorie deficit if you haven't got a weight loss goal. I need a sip of water. This is about, you know, sticking to the basic habits that just keep you healthy, that give you energy, that keep you feeling good. I've had, I don't know, I mean, I really hadn't slept very well over the weekend anyway, but I think I got 4 hours sleep on Sunday night. I didn't get much sleep last night, maybe 5.5. It took me ages to go to sleep and I woke up super early. So I'm already really sleep deprived. And I know that that is something that really affects me. But I know if I'd sat there and done half of Charlie's bar of chocolate, apart from feeling guilty that I'd eaten my son's birthday chocolate, I know I would feel 10 times worse this morning. I know that if I hadn't drunk water, if I hadn't got some protein and some vegetables in, I would feel 10 times worse this morning. I know that if I hadn't got out for some fresh air, I took the dog for a walk twice yesterday. I took him for a walk this morning. I've even been to the gym this morning. And I'm not trying to say like, oh, I need a medal. Oh, Chrissy, you're a hero. That's not what it is. It was bloody hard for me to get up, even though I was awake. It was bloody hard for me to get up and go to the gym. It was so hard. I did not want to go. I wanted to stay in my bed, even though I knew I wouldn't fall back to sleep. I just wanted to stay in my bed. But I went because I know that doing those things keeps me strong and healthy and resilient. And I need to be in that position for everyone else that needs me. And I need to be in that position for me because this has been horrific. This has been a really horrific couple of days. Not what any of us had planned. And, it, depending on when my mum gets home, it's not going to be all roses because she's really hurt and she's in a lot of pain. And she, even if she wanted to drive, she now doesn't have a car. Well, she has a car, but it doesn't have a roof or any doors. So, she can't get around. I need to help her. And when my brother goes back to work, he's working around the other side of the M25. My sister-in-law has my nephew to look after. Like, we need to be in this together and work out how to work it out between us. But it is so important that you just try and do the basics, and they don't have to be done perfectly. Like, I can't tell you how many steps I did yesterday. I don't know. I mean, I probably actually did quite a lot because I was walking around the hospital and walked, you know, up and down the stairs and stuff loads, but I can't tell you how many steps I done. I can't tell you, you know, how much protein I ate. I can't tell you how much water I drank, but I know that I just kept trying to tick the boxes I know that help me, because I know how much worse I would feel today if I hadn't done that. And I know that, you know, as the week gets busier, this tends to be for me, you know, Wednesdays and Thursdays are really busy days for me with work. And by Friday, I am exhausted. Well, I can tell you that by Friday, if I wasn't doing these things that helped me to stay strong and resilient and to keep me putting one foot in front of the other, I would not make it to Friday without just completely crashing and burning. And yeah, you know, for a lot of the time I was at home yesterday, I was sat under a blanket on the sofa, just cuddled up with Charlie or Tom. But I did get out for a walk. I did eat. I ate, you know, I ate sensible meals. I didn't snack on chocolate as much as I wanted to. I can't tell you how much I wanted to, especially when it got to about 3-4 p.m. and I was really struggling through that afternoon dip. So I really want you to know that I know life can be really, really tough and challenges us and throws a whole load of rubbish at us at times. And a lot of the time it feels like that's all of the time. And I want you to want better for yourself so that you can cope with these situations. And, you know, when these things come, it's, you know, you don't have to sit there and think, oh, I must be in my calories, or I must get this amount of steps. I want you to think about how you can best keep your body and your mind strong and give it what it needs so that you can carry on and do the things that you need to do in order to help the people around you that need your help and support. And that is so, so important, so important. So I just wanted to share that. That's kind of like, I don't know, 18 minutes of me sharing what's been going on and passionately talking about why, you know, ticking the boxes and sticking with my habits has been so important for me over the last 2 days. And you know, there's something else that I really needed to share as well, is about protecting my boundaries. You know, I've started a book club and we're meant to be meeting this evening to talk about the Let Them theory that we read in the last 6 weeks. And I've had to postpone that call because I might be at the hospital. I don't want to have to rush back. I need to protect my energy, and I need to look at the rest of my week and see how I'm going to protect my energy and what that might look like. And, you know, I can do those things because I'm giving myself my best chance of thinking clearly. And I know that I will regret it if I don't try and protect my boundaries. I will regret it come Friday when I'm absolutely crawling up the stairs into my bed. So I hope that this has helped. And if not, it's been really therapeutic for me. But I know that life can be really sucky sometimes. And I know it's really difficult to put yourself first. But I need you to know that it's not selfish. It's actually necessary to help you to get through the difficult times. So I'm sending you lots of love. I hope this has helped. Have an awesome day, and I'll speak to you later.